Hey everyone, this is Van, the CrossDoc, and for the next couple days I'll be here at Reno, both participating and spectating at the USA Cycling Cyclocross National Championships. Wanted to take you through a course preview that I did yesterday, and again, if you listen to some of my other videos, I'll reiterate it. This is not pro advice or a pro pre-ride. This is Cat 3 pre-ride. So as you saw, the start-finish is on a very long, kind of flat section. Initially, I thought that was all road, but it's actually kind of like a crushed gravel. So it's not asphalt. You still have to kind of pick lines a little bit. And it goes into this left-hander through the grass by the pits. This part is a slightly uphill, and the grass is actually fairly deep. It's kind of like a power section. I was trying to chill, and you can see I'm putting like 200 some watts, and you kind of slowly climb as you jog around those corners to this small stair section. I know people will probably be hopping over that, but I was dismounting and running up. You come off of the stairs and you come around to this like little pond. Again, the course is mostly grass at this point and taped pretty wide, so you still have a lot of options for your lines. A lot of people were spectating and hanging out at this spot, and I wasn't sure why. I soon found out why. There's a ditch here. And I'm like, huh! I basically had to like wheelie drop it, but I didn't stay to like spectate it or practice it more. Lots of people were doing like bunny hop. Some people were dismounting and running over the ditch. Alright, this section is a left-hander into an off-camber section. I wanted to stay high to avoid the mud at the bottom. And it approaches the next feature, which is the sand pit. The sand pit kind of has like a little bit of a left turn, but there was a nice rut developing in it. I was able to run through it. Reno had been getting some moisture, and it actually was raining a little bit the day of practice, so I think it tacked the sand down a little bit. Alright, this is another grass section, which actually was longer than I anticipated. It's got a couple turns, and again, line choice will be helpful here. And you approach a kind of flat set of wooden stairs. Now, I was so impressed to see some of these junior riders. They were basically just like hopping up the stairs. And for me, I was like, oh man, I'm just going to run it for now. Like, I guess if you have like a bunch of tires and bikes and wheels and things, great, but I keep getting worried that I'm going to smash my tire or bust my wheel. So this is a slight high point in the course, and the next couple sections is a little bit of mud, a little bit of grass, but it's downhill. So nice and fast. Oh, by the way, I apologize for the fast speed. I just wanted to get over the course with you guys quickly. I had to make a mental note of the sidewalk here because I hit my tire on it and there was like a little divot, and I was like, okay, again, I need to be really aware of that. I don't want to smash anything. That corner, that left-hander is fast, but you don't need brakes. You can just rail it. Here's a little bit of a muddy section with some wood chips. The mud was pretty soft, but firming up a little bit. Sometimes the ruts would grab you a little bit, so I had to be aware. Okay, this right-hander back into the pit section. Yeah, a couple like 180 turns through the pits. This next 180 turn that's going to happen is right before the yellow barriers. So for me, again, dismount and run. Although it's going to be awesome to see some of these riders, both men, women, and juniors hopping those things. All right, here we go. Back through the pit section again. The grass here is a little bit bumpy, but not bad. And again, it's deceivingly, it deceivingly sucks the power out of your legs. I think this whole first section is a lot of power course. All right, as we cross the road, we come into this next section of the park. Not as much grass. This part here is a little bit more kind of like chewed up, wood chips, taped wide. It's going to be interesting to see line selection here, because as you come out of this slight uphill chicane, it seems like the fast line is going to be here on the left. I tried riding the right in practice, and it just seems like more bumpy and more chewed up. So I was trying to stay low there, but we'll see how it is come race day. A little bit more downhill, wide sweeping turn, and it funnels you through the fence here. A little bit of a gravel road. Here's a muddy turn. Going to be interesting to see how that is during race day. I think it's supposed to rain today, but after today should be drying out. So who knows? It might actually get faster. Okay, we cross this little bridge up, and then here's the next section of the course. This is a nice smooth gravel road. All the mud from previously has all the gravel sticking to your tire here. Little off-camber uphill. And we're approaching kind of like one of the challenging features of the course, a steep uphill and downhill. Looks like a lot of people were walking up this thing. It's rideable. I could ride it, but then again, I was riding it with a slow speed, and I was fresh, and there's nobody around me, so we'll see how it is. Okay, next we have this descent. It's slightly off camber, but not that loose, actually. Your tires will grip. This rider in front of me is tripoding, and I'm riding down, and I think if you have good tires, good pressure, good brakes, you can get down okay. Okay, here are some off-camber descents. I think the trick here is just to stay high and then cut quickly down into the apex. Passing riders here as they bump along. Okay, that was it for the steep descent, but actually I think there's going to be, who knows, there may be some carnage on there. I think it's going to be different after there's different lines getting chewed up. I think it's also going to be different with lots of people around you. So we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, cross this bridge, and we're now starting to head back to the start-finish area. This section here is all road. This is all asphalt and gravel. You just have to kind of make sure you're avoiding any ruts, any holes. I saw kind of like a little bit of a pothole in the road. Just have to make a mental note to avoid that. It's fairly flat with a slight uphill section right under this footbridge. I think it's going to be interesting to see if a group comes together at the finish. This section is going to be important. If someone's away solo, this is going to be more of like a rhythm part. Okay, through the dinosaur playground. Up and over with a quick left to right. And now you're back to the start-finish straight. So there it is. CX Nats preview. Hope you didn't mind the speeded up video. Should be interesting. I'm racing non-championship race and masters. Thanks for watching. This is the CrossDoc, and hope to see you out at the races.